Have you ever wondered why some people seem to walk through doors that remain tightly shut for others, no matter how hard they knock? Have you ever felt like you were standing in front of a locked door, holding the keys of your dreams in your hands, but unable to step through? Or have you ever questioned if your words could actually shape your tomorrow and open blessings you have been waiting for? Hidden just behind those closed doors? Billy Graham once said that heaven is full of answers, two prayers that no one ever bothered to ask for. These words carry a profound truth, reminding us that many times we struggle in life not because God is unwilling to bless us, but because we fail to speak the right words in faith, words that align with His will and activate His power in our situations. Today, I want to share with you a powerful truth that can change your life. A truth that will shift the atmosphere around you and open doors you thought were sealed forever. There are words you can speak that will align your spirit with God's purposes, words that can remove the invisible obstacles standing in your way, words that can release divine favor and bring you into alignment with the blessings God has prepared. For you, in the spiritual realm, your words are not simply sounds. They are keys, they are seeds, they are weapons that shape reality around you. Proverbs 18:21 declares that death and life are in the power of the tongue. This means your words can build or destroy, open or close, invite or reject the blessings God has for you. The enemy knows this truth, which is why he works tirelessly to fill your mind with doubt, fear, and negativity, so that you will unknowingly speak words that hinder God's promises in your life. But today, we are going to reverse that cycle. There is a divine secret that many people overlook. When you speak faith-filled words 3 times, you establish a spiritual pattern that invites heavenly intervention into your life. Jesus himself said in Matthew 18:18, "Truly I tell you, whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven." There is power when you speak with faith, but there is a deeper level of activation when you repeat words of faith 3 times. In biblical symbolism, the number 3 represents divine completeness and perfection. Jesus rose on the 3rd day, representing victory over death and the fulfillment of God's promise. When Isaiah encountered the Lord, the angels cried out, "Holy, holy, holy," 3 times, signifying the fullness of God's holiness and authority. When you declare, "Lord, open doors" 3 times with faith, you are not performing a lifeless ritual. You are activating heaven's authority over your situation. You might ask, can it really be that simple? Yes, but it is only simple because of the power of the one you are calling upon. When you say, "Lord, open doors," you are surrendering your efforts and trusting God to move in the areas where you have no control. You are inviting Him to intervene in your finances, health, relationships, career, and spiritual journey, and to open the doors that lead you closer to your divine purpose. What happens when you say it 3 times? When you declare it with unwavering faith, the spirit of delay is broken, and closed doors that have remained shut due to spiritual warfare or generational barriers begin to open. New opportunities are released, divine favor flows, and God positions you in places you never imagined you would stand. What takes others years to achieve, you may accomplish in a few months, not because of your own might, but because of God's supernatural acceleration and favor over your life. In the book of Acts, Paul and Silas were imprisoned, their feet bound, in chains, surrounded by the cold darkness of a prison cell, yet they chose to speak and sing praises to God. They didn't remain silent, and the Bible says that suddenly the doors of the prison swung open and their chains fell off. They spoke, they praised, and God moved. This is a clear example that your words, when aligned with faith, have the power to break chains, dismantle strongholds, and open doors that no man can shut. When should you speak these words? Say them in the morning as the first declaration. Over your day, setting the spiritual atmosphere before you step into your assignments and responsibilities. Say them when you are facing obstacles to dismantle the barriers standing in your way. Say them before making important decisions, inviting God's divine guidance and clarity into your choices. Say them during seasons of waiting, when it feels like everything is stuck and silent, to ask God to open the right doors and close the wrong ones. Remember, your words are seeds planted in the soil of your future. If you continually speak fear, doubt, and defeat, you will harvest those outcomes. But if you choose to speak faith, hope, and God's promises. You will begin to see doors opening and opportunities unfolding before you, aligning with God's perfect timing. As you speak, visualize the doors unlocking before you. Visualize the chains falling and the heavy walls crumbling, making way for light to flood in. See yourself walking through the doors God has opened for you with courage, faith, and expectation. Declare, Lord, open doors 3 times with a believing heart. Speak it with conviction, knowing that God hears you and that heaven is moving on your behalf, even when you cannot see it yet. My dear friend, do not let fear or doubt silence your voice any longer. Your breakthrough is closer than you think, but your words are the keys that unlock the next chapter of your life. Today, right now, wherever you are, declare these words with me in faith. Lord, open doors. Lord, open doors. Lord, open doors. Say it with expectation. Say it with faith. And watch how God begins to move in your life in ways you never imagined. He is still the God who opens doors that no man can shut, who makes a way where there seems to be no way, and who turns impossibilities into testimonies of His power and love. If this message has touched your heart, I encourage you to keep speaking these words daily, to align your mind and spirit with God's promises, and to trust Him fully in the process. Let this be the day you stop knocking on closed doors in frustration and start speaking to them with faith, believing that God, in His perfect timing, open every door meant for you. May the doors of heaven open for you today. May you step into new opportunities, restored relationships, and divine health. And may you walk in the fullness of your calling, knowing that God is with you, guiding you, and fighting for you every step of the way.